This is one of sport's great proving grounds, a gateway to glory where heroes are made. 26 tournaments across 16 countries on 3 continents. It's an 8-month campaign to determine the very brightest prospects in golf. Finish the season in the top 20 on the Road to Mallorca rankings and you'll secure a golden ticket to join Europe's best. That is the dream shared by all who compete on the Challenge Tour.
For more than 30 years, the Challenge Tour has proven its reputation as an arena where heroes are made. Our former graduates, now serial winners and household names. With each passing week of the 2021 season, it becomes increasingly clear who might soon follow in those prestigious footsteps. Their progress borne out in the Road to Mallorca rankings. In 20th place through 9 events, Jacques Blau of South Africa is a man living on the edge. Among those he trails is Julien Brun, the consistent Frenchman on the heels of early season winner J.C. Ritchie. Christophe Oulenez has only played twice this year, but it's enough to see him break into our top 10. The men in his sights include Scotland's Craig Howie and yet another South African, Wilco Nienaber. But all trail Santiago Tarrio, the Spaniard currently setting the pace, 30,000 points clear at the top.
Resuming after a double-header in Spain, the Road to Mallorca now journeys across the border to France. It's a nation with plenty of pedigree at this level and backdrop to some of the more spectacular courses we visit each season. Chief among those is our venue this week, Golf Blue Green de Pleneuf Valandre. Situated on France's northern coast, it offers stunning sea views and a demanding test for the field.
I feel great on this course and I like the condition here and I like the course, the design. On this golf course you have to be very smart from the tee. You have some strategical holes. The back 9 is pretty tough and you can have some more chances on the front 9. So I think you have to be pretty smart on this golf course.
Course management proved key at the last staging of this event when Sebastian Heisler navigated his route to victory here back in 2019. The German narrowly outscoring, among others, current Road to Mallorca rankings leader Santiago Tarrio.
I play here because I love the course and the song. This is a good course for me, obviously. I try to improve in the score, but it's okay, the same result than 2 years ago.
2 years on and Tarrio is unquestionably now the man to beat. A brace of victories in the space of 3 weeks sees him arrive here in the form of his career.
It's a lot of work this winter and the last year I improved a lot in my golf and these 2 victories are the result of the work of all my team. I stay in the ranking on the #1, but it's a long season and I try to play very well because for me it's not the same finish the first on the ranking than the 20.
Either way, promotion seems a near certainty in 2021, be it via the Road to Mallorca rankings or the promotion shortcut that comes with winning 3 times in a single season. The latter very much a possibility, given he was in contention once again here in Bretagne. The Spaniard tied 7th through 54 holes, trailing joint leader Jerome Lando Casanova and Julien Brun by 6 strokes.
For some in golf, winning can become a habit. Break that duck and the victories come flooding. But that doesn't describe the path trod by overnight leader Julien Brun. The Frenchman sits on the cusp of victory here this week, 9 years on from his Challenge Tour debut.
2012 I must have been 20 years old, yeah. I qualified for the World Am and as a preparation with the French team we went to play the Challenge Tour in Toulouse and then I started to play. I had a good week and all of a sudden I won the event at the end of the week. But that was very satisfying to win. The field was strong. There was Brooks Koepka, Alex Levy, there was Eddie Pepperell. When you look at the names, back then it was a strong field. I stayed in college. I decided not to turn pro. I really wanted to get my degree and pursue the academic side. I played very well till like 2014, and then I could have turned pro, and I decided not to. I just postponed it after my 4 years of college, which was a good decision for my life and my personal life, but probably not for the golf side of it. And I steadily started to play worse and worse, like 2015, and then after I turned pro, it was worse and worse, steadily going down. What you see on the course is only a small part of the pro golfer life, and there's everything outside. You have your personal life, the balance. I probably put too much pressure on myself. Just playing for money was something big for me at the time, and that probably changed the way I was seeing the game and the way I was playing. This game is just too hard, and there's too much good players not to be like fully confident when you show up on the tee. The first time I started to work with my coach, actually it started here 2 years ago. When you start to see progress on the range, when you start to see progress on the course, even in small tournaments, you know, in pro-ams, in small tournaments, then the confidence starts building, and then you can slowly bring it to bigger events. So to be able to carry on and come on a challenge tour now with a better category and just to play well, I've pretty much played well every week. I had some up and downs like everybody does. So it's never finished, and it's a long process.
Out of the wilderness and heading back in the right direction, 2021 could well be Julien's year.
Indeed it could, and this week in Brittany could even be Julien's week. The young Frenchman alongside friend and compatriot Jerome Lando Casanova on Sunday morning, 4 strokes clear of the field. Julien's third round had included 4 front 9 birdies, but Sunday would prove slower scoring. 4 straight pars from the off preceded this delightful approach into the par 4 fifth. Little doubt over the putt, combined with an early Lando Casanova bogey, moved him into a 2-shot outright lead.
Up ahead and very much in the mix was Chase Hanna. Despite an inauspicious double bogey start, the American rallied with a pair of birdies and an eagle over his front 9, the latter seen here at the par 5-7. A stunning approach, backed up by a solid putt. Moments later, and Brun himself on the 7th green. Calm and composed, he rolled in a lengthy, confidence-boosting birdie. His lead back to 3 shots, his road to redemption continuing apace. It failed to inspire his playing partner though. Lando Casanova 1 over par on the day, even despite a brace of birdies on 15 and here on 16.
Slow and steady wins the race, as they say, and so it proved for Brun. 10 pars from the 8th hole ensured a relaxed walk up the final fairway. The Frenchman comfortable in the knowledge that, irrespective of a closing bogey, the Open de Bretagne title and a first win in 11 years would soon be his. Yet another solid week from Santiago Tarrio saw him repeat his 4th place finish of 2019 and in the process further extended his lead at the top of the Road to Mallorca rankings. But the real spoils in Brittany went the way of Brun.
There's a lot of people involved, my fiancée back home, and she's a big part of it. My team, my coach, big part of it as well. So, you know, this win is also for like all the people that helped me to go through this. That's very big.
Congratulations to Julien then, a monkey off his back, as we now look forward to our next port of call.
After the break, Andre Leisser relives past times in the Czech Republic.
It's really nice to have the opportunity to play back home.
And the next step in Hugo Lyon's globe-trotting career.
I'm just stoked to be back playing, getting the chance to hang out with my friends, getting the chance to get on the golf course. I'm enjoying it so much.
Welcome back to the Challenge Tour and welcome to the Czech Republic, a country we've already visited once this season, now back by popular demand. The venue in question this time lies to the south of the country, the city of Brno, primed to host the Cascada Golf Challenge. The Cascada Golf Resort boasts a 27-hole layout, of which the players will compete over the 2 nines of stone and wooded. Combined, they measure a shade over 7,000 yards and incorporate a 36-metre change in elevation.
Now it's fair to say Czech golf has enjoyed somewhat of a renaissance on the Challenge Tour, and it's largely down to this man, Ondřej Líza. Twice a winner in the space of 3 weeks last November, he closed out 2020 as Road to Mallorca #1.
I played only like 5 events last year from that like 11 or 12 where it was on Challenge Tour, and it went like all pretty fast. As soon as I finished like 4th in Italy, I felt like, okay, your game is good enough to get there. Then the first win in Spain in Untitled Chapter, I always like visualized it like it's going to be tough to win it, you know, but I felt like so relaxed during that final round. I was playing like some really good golf, so it kind of went like so easy the final round, and I just stepped on the 18 with 2-shot lead, and I was like, okay, that's it. To win on the final was mentally for me much tougher. I watched the leaderboard on 14 and I saw like there are like 6 or 7 guys on -10 leading in that time. And I was like, okay, we're still in it. So I said to myself, okay, let's try to make ourselves some chances. And I walk on 18 with a share of the lead. Made a birdie there and that was it. So in 3 tournaments it kind of like turned around and finishing on the top of the rankings as well, so that was nice. I was like the first player from the Czech Republic to win on the Challenge Tour, then the first guy to win it twice and with like all the rankings. It went like so fast, I was still getting the messages from the first win and then it just like came the second one. So yeah, my phone was full of the messages from the fans and from the friends. And I hope my achievements inspire especially the guys who are now playing on the Challenge Tour. It's makeable, and even from our small country and with 30,000 or 40,000 active players what we have, there can be somebody get on the European Tour. So I just hope it's going to like inspire them to work harder and do their best.
A shining example for his nation's golfers, and indeed for all in the class of 2021.
Further incentive to our field this week was the news that victory would bring with it an added bonus: qualification for the Open Championship. A gesture from the R&A in response to the COVID pandemic's impact on global sporting schedules.
There's a lot to play for anyways. I think I'm 32nd in the rankings right now, big 2 weeks ahead of me. To play in the Open, that's something really special always.
Obviously, Louis Oosthuizen and Henrik Stenson winning the Open is a huge inspiration because it tells you it's possible, and just go get it.
Obviously, to have those two come from the Challenge Tour gives you great belief and can really inspire you to go on to great things.
Having the R&A on board now, I think that's huge, and I think it will improve a lot of things and will be a big help for the younger players and for myself at the moment as well.
You know, it's a 50-50 split really. You're obviously trying to win, trying to progress up the road to Mallorca, but obviously having that added incentive, it gives the whole atmosphere here a bit more of a buzz, and you know, it makes the week even better.
The week certainly couldn't have been going much better for the 5 tied at the top through 54 holes, not least Italy's Lorenzo Scalise, who'd earned his place in that elite group courtesy of an incredible 10 under par Saturday 61.
In situations like this, with such densely packed leaderboards, a fast start is essential. And that wouldn't have escaped anyone in the field Sunday morning. Little surprise, Scalise picked up where he'd left off the day before. The Italian off to a flyer at the first with a nerve-settling birdie.
Another man on track was Germany's Marcel Schneider. A run of 3 birdies into the turn temporarily moved him to the front alone. His fellow countryman, Marcel Siem, was leaving it late for a charge to the top of the leaderboard. But this bit of short game wizardry helped him to a 67 and solo 5th.
After a double bogey at 15, Schneider needed to bounce back quickly. Sure enough, this birdie bomb on 16 moved him back to 14 under.
If this were to drop on the last, Kiwi Josh Geary could set the clubhouse lead at 15 under, which he duly did. And in the very next group, Dimitrios Papadatos of Australia had a chance to leapfrog Geary and move to 16 under. Not quite, so that was 2 tied at 15 under. Which opened the door to Schneider, who came to the last green having set himself up for a 3rd straight birdie. He was now 8 feet from 16 under and victory. What nerve and what a moment.
Scalise would close his own account with back-to-back birdies, joining Geary and Papadatos in 2nd place. And a mention too for Espen Kofstad, whose 65 saw him jump up to solo 6th. But it's Marcel Schneider who claims his 2nd Challenge Tour trophy, and with it a spot in the impending Open Championship.
The moment feels great, I have to say. The way I finished, even more. It feels special now, and I'm super happy, of course.
So congratulations to Marcel, and we wish him all the best at Royal St George's, as the rest of our field bid farewell to the Czech Republic and embark on a return journey once more to France.
This time the destination, Le Vaudreuil, 100 kilometres northwest of Paris, and backdrop to event 12 of 26 on the road to Mallorca, the Le Vaudreuil Golf Challenge. 5 of the last 6 champions here have gone on to win an event on the European Tour. Aaron Rye, Ryan Fox and Andrew Beef Johnston among them. And the class of 2021 will no doubt have arrived looking to replicate that success.
Of the international field set to tee it up this week, few have covered more ground than this man, Julien. Native of Santiago, Chile, resident of Jupiter, Florida, and for the next 4 days at least, contender in northern France.
I live in Jupiter, Florida for 14 years now, this one. Spent most of my time there, and now during the pandemic, it's basically all I did. Home, golf course, home. I love playing golf. It's my favorite thing to do. It's always been, and having the category and the rights to be able to come and play and not being able to be here was something very sad for me. I missed it. I wanted to be back. I didn't have any timelines, no frame of when things were going to happen. It was going on a week-to-week basis for a year and a half, which got difficult. After a little while, I was able to sort of put it behind me, and it's like, all right, one day I'm going to wake up and this is going to be resumed. And time flew by, and here I am again. I'm just stoked to be back playing, getting the chance to hang out with my friends, getting the chance to get on the golf course, get the adrenaline, just having that back. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so much. I love playing here. Ever since I started coming on 18, I have really enjoyed playing in Europe. I love the variety. I love that every country's got their own personality on the design, on the setup, on the way that they want the tournaments to be played. I find that so fun to try to dissect and understand. It's something that I really enjoy. I want to win a tournament, whether it's in the Challenge Tour or on the European Tour. I would love to win one this year. It's something that I haven't done in Europe. That's probably the one set goal that I have. I know I'm capable, I know I'm very well prepared, so I just hope to play really good every time I peg it.
Hugo may have arrived with high hopes on his return to European competition, but they seemed well-founded given his performance over the opening 54 holes in Le Vaudreuil. The Chilean joint top alongside Marcel Siem come Saturday evening.
Come Sunday, perfect conditions, dry and bright with just the gentlest breeze, greeted the pair and their playing partner, Alfredo Garcia Heredia of Spain. While both he and Leon carded regulation pars at the first, Siem found trouble. A wayward approach to the green not to his liking, nor that of his daughter and her companion for the day. The two would prove good luck charms, though, inspiring the German to get up and down for par. Nerves settled.
Birdies did come for the pair in equal measure, as the pair remained tied at the top through 12 holes. At the 13th hole, however, something to separate them. The Chilean's approach may have been more solid than sensational, but it did set up a birdie attempt. An opportunity that he promptly capitalised on, and in doing so, moved ahead by a single stroke.
Elsewhere, there were plenty of birdies for the Road to Mallorca rankings leader Santiago Tarrio. 7 in all on the day, as the Spaniard reached the very cusp of contention. It would vault him to a share of 5th place, albeit trailing 2 further Spaniards in 3rd, Alfredo Garcia Heredia and this man, Ivan Cantero Gutierrez, seen in action here at the par 4 14th.
Roles had meanwhile reversed for the lead duo. A drop shot for Leon at 14 and again for Siem at 16 secured the German a 1-stroke advantage over his playing partner as he looked to negotiate the closing par 5. Both men faced long eagle putts, and first up was Leon. He'd need his to drop in order to put any sort of pressure on his playing partner. Not to be, but a good week for the Chilean regardless who watched on as Siem stood on the final green with 2 putts for birdie and the win.
A sensational return to the winner's circle for Siem, whose last professional victory came on the main tour at the 2014 Bmw Masters in China. Some significant moves from the men tied in 5th place. Both Jacques Blau and Santiago Tarrio round in 65s on Sunday. The latter's progress coming as little surprise.
Marcel Siem,
but it's Siem who got the job done in the Vaudreuil.
So happy that I'm on the right track now, and you know, my hashtag My Way Back on Instagram stuff, it's all, you know, it all belongs together, and I'm very grateful for the people helping me now. She said it on day 1, she said we're gonna win, and we did, and I'm so proud that she's with me now, and you know, I was dreaming always of that.
So Siem's celebrations bring to a close a dramatic and productive period on the road to Mallorca, one which has had much impact on the rankings.
In winning his first and only appearance of 2021 to date, Marcel Schneider leaps into 20th position. A mere 7,000 points now separate the German and Ewan Ferguson of Scotland in 14th. Up into the top 10 is Alfredo Garcia Heredia, the Spaniard on course for promotion, although still trailing the likes of long-time front-runner Wilco Nienaber. The South African is in 4th place behind our latest Challenge Tour victor Marcel Schneider, a resurgent Julien Brun, and Spanish Supremo Santiago Tarrio.
As we bid au revoir to France, a chance to reflect on an emotional stretch on the Challenge Tour. From here, the schedule rolls on into Austria and then Italy, the latter home to one of the largest prize purses of our season, sure to have great impact on the race for promotion. So, plenty of twists and turns lie ahead as the road to Mallorca continues.